It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Hey yo, give me this beat, I'm finna murder it. Life is moving in turbulence, permanent choices made off of temporary disturbances, pertinent information for me. I'll take a life if it ever cover the time my job take from me. It's kinda funny how my struggle changes lately, caking double payments, still complaining, contemplating if I should throw them bullets like Joe Namath. My mind controlling my body, I got the wisdom to rise above, but I feel like yo Gotti, I pray that God can align me. Yo, if you watching this here, Lord willing, my troubles could reach the children. If I change the documents for one life, it's like an amendment. My former life was horrendous, I flipped the script like a gymnast. Shit, I'm Alex Haley, retracing roots with my penmanship. Time travel thesis, the devil lurks in the details. Fuck all the secrets, the middle passage made all us seasick. Deep dish to serving, my sword slicing the head of a serpent. It's heavy lifting, I inherit these burdens. More money, more problems, less money, less freedom, less power. More kids leaking like clam chowder, 1,000 deaths to these cowards. Y'all could quote me. So many promoters thought they could book me till they quote me. This ain't karaoke. Up in the price like Adobe, slice like Shinobi. Got the sauce dripping like ravioli. I'm acting solely off my own intentions. More addition, it's no submission, no auditions. Y'all testing my patience just like a litmus. My description of myself like a portrait at the moment. I'm refreshing my persona like I woke up out of coma. My writing is legendary like Homer. They tryna study my lyrics like requisites for diplomas, but my connection is solar. Got the soul of a hustler, you got the soul of a Timberland up your ass if you rush them. Rig the vote like I'm Russian. Half the culture never learned about customs. Mental slaves getting free, it's like we Harriet Tubman. What? Stretch my hands to you. Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Man, Kanye West, or Ye, or whatever you want to call him, Yeezy, stays in the controversy, right? Earlier this year, he came out and issued an apology to the Jewish community. He put a little tidbit of an apology to black people, which myself and many others felt was a slap in the face. I read that apology here on this channel. We were an afterthought, although we've been the ones supporting him. We were the ones that he betrayed over a decade ago when he started doing the whole MAGA thing and all of the other stuff. Of course, the Jewish community was a part of that tirade as well, with all of the Nazism and stuff like that. But of course, he wasn't actually canceled until he offended those people. But now his actions are seemingly catching up to him, right? So just this past weekend, he had a super successful concert at SoFi Stadium in LA. It was sold out. I think he fucking set a record in there. You know what I mean? A lot of people showed up. He has a new album out called Bully, which I've yet to listen to, and I don't plan on ever listening to it personally. That's my stance. I'm not telling nobody what they should or shouldn't do or what they should or shouldn't entertain themselves with. But me personally, I'm off of the Kanye fan train. Okay? It sucks to have to say that, because I was one of the people that was a fan of Kanye when it wasn't necessarily the coolest thing to be. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Despite all of that being stated, he has upcoming festival appearances at Wireless out in the UK. 3 back-to-back dates. The same weekend that Jay-Z is actually performing his Reasonable Doubt Blueprint Extra Innings at Yankee Stadium in New York. But now officials in the UK are speaking out. Okay? And because of the officials in the UK speaking out basically against Kanye, sponsors are subsequently backing out. Okay? Pepsi, Diageo, Rockstar Energy, PayPal, they all have rescinded their support of the festival now that the officials in the UK are not backing this. So it's getting tricky. And right before I hit record on this video, I saw an update that's now questioning whether or not Kanye will even be permitted to enter the UK to do this performance. So again, the controversy is always ripe. Okay? So I'm going to try to start where everything kicks off with the UK government officials and where this is becoming a hard line for Kanye, because we don't even know if he's actually going to get the opportunity to fulfill his obligation that he signed on for. So I'm over here on Variety. They said the scheduled 3-night headlining appearance by Ye, formerly Kanye West, at July's Wireless Festival in London is only growing in controversy. The festival's primary sponsor, Pepsi, announced Sunday that it is withdrawing from its decade-plus co-branding with Wireless, and was followed later in the day by Diageo, owner of the Johnnie Walker and Captain Morgan alcohol brands, stating that it too was pulling out of its sponsorship. Now remember, Wireless Fest was, Pepsi is a part of that namesake. It's supposed to be Pepsi Wireless Fest. Although the statement did not mention the rapper by name, it came hours after Ye's booking was roundly condemned by the UK's Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. On Monday, 2 more sponsors pulled back, with sources telling Variety that Rockstar is withdrawing its sponsorship, and the BBC reported that PayPal will no longer allow its branding to be used, although it apparently has not pulled out completely. So PayPal still want to get their money. PayPal said, hey, we in the business of cash and checks, motherfucker. Just take our logo down. We'll still be there. However, all of the brands were still present on the festival's website as of Monday morning. Remaining festival sponsors include Budweiser, Beatbox, and Drip. Now, if Budweiser pulled a motherfucking sponsorship, I know something, because you know Show Me What You Got by Jay-Z was sponsored by Budweiser, wasn't it? Back in 2006. Either way, the festival's future seems to be in question. The festival had officially been known as Pepsi Max Presents Wireless as part of a partnership that had been in place since 2015. Although many music fans welcomed Ye's return to the stage there, Pepsi had also widely tagged in outraged tweets protesting the company's apparent support for him as sole headliner. Prime Minister Starmer had made it clear that he, for one, was not ready to normalize Kanye West yet, now that the hip-hop superstar is seemingly returning to touring business as usual in other countries. So Keir Starmer said, nah, dog, just because these other motherfuckers is around here letting you masquerade like you sorry. Sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just wanted to get back on stage. He said, no, you live in fantasies, nigga, I reject your deposit. Okay? So, we're going to see how this shit go. And honestly, I've seen some people talking about this online. There's some people that are outraged because of the cancellation, or not cancellation, but some of the, because people are backing out of their financial duties and sponsorships of the concert. They're like, oh my God, this is so performative. When the prime minister says something, yeah, I think the brands are gonna fall in line with what the prime minister is saying. You know what I mean? I don't think these people are necessarily ready to just bow down and kiss the ring of Kanye West, especially not people that are higher ups in society, right? Yeah, the motherfucker who might own wherever this venue is at Wireless, yeah, they might be like, oh yeah, this is a great economic stimulation for the area, for the locale, right? They do it every year. Why not? Kanye, okay, he apologized, cool. They thought it was gonna be enough. But them other people who have stronger ties to the Jewish community, probably born into it, live in it, you know what I'm saying? They like, nah, son, you can't just give us a haphazard apology and think it's all sweet. Now, some people may say, oh, y'all are co-signing the condemnation of a black man. This nigga been condemning black people for a decade. Okay? And he told everybody to kiss his ass and suck his dick, especially when he was at that point of having what was it, $3 billion Remember every week during the pandemic, that nigga was having outbursts and saying, y'all can't do shit to me because I'm a billionaire? Around the time he did that Gap deal? I didn't forget. So I don't give a fuck. Anyway, the quote says, "It is deeply concerning Kanye West has been booked to perform at Wireless despite his previous anti-Semitic remarks in celebration of Nazism," Starmer said in a statement to the British newspaper The Sun. "Anti-Semitism in any form is abhorrent and must be confronted firmly wherever it appears. Everyone has a responsibility to ensure Britain is a place where Jewish people feel safe." Starmer was not the first political figure in the UK to raise an objection to the scheduled London appearance by Ye. Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davey expressed his view Thursday that Ye should be banned from entering the UK, saying that we need to get tougher on anti-Semitism. So he's saying, I don't even think we should let this motherfucker in here. Now that I do believe that's a bit excessive. Cutting off a man's ability to travel for having problematic views, I don't think I've seen that happen anywhere else. If that were the case, a lot more people should be banned from entering or leaving the country. That's just my purview on it. But as far as participating in capitalism, if people don't like what you got to say, yeah, it can affect you financially, economically. I think we've known that for a very long time. We've seen it happen to others. He's not special in that regard. And London Mayor Sadiq Khan on Wednesday made statements distancing the city's government from the festival. Wow. At Finsbury Park on July 10th through 12th, he says, "We are clear that the past comments and actions of this artist are offensive and wrong and are simply not reflective of London's values," a spokesperson for the mayor said. This was a decision taken by the festival organizers and not one that City Hall is involved in. The alarm in some circles overseas follows what is being seen as the beginning of a successful comeback by Ye in the U.S. He just played 2 nights at SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles area, where he was joined by guest stars including Lauryn Hill. Find it very interesting, Lauryn Hill actually made time in her schedule to come out on time for Ye, but yet one of his biggest hits, she wouldn't even clear the sample of herself. We got Travis Scott back in the fold, Don Toliver performing from atop a giant half globe in the middle of the enormous venue. Ye published a full-page apology ad in the Wall Street Journal in January, acknowledging disturbing behavior that has made him a pariah in recent years. The hip-hop titan said in the ad that he has been getting treatment for a brain condition after last year suffering a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. He followed that with an interview in Vanity Fair expressing similar sentiments of contrition. However, the magazine acknowledged that the Q&A was conducted by email and not live, leading some to believe an advisor was writing the answers for him, on top of suspicions that the Wall Street Journal ad may have been ghostwritten as well. Shit, his music is too. Ye has yet to make any of these penitent statements in anything other than written form. But he can show up on Digital Naz Twitch, wilding out. It has been less than a year since Ye released the song Hail Hitler. Wow, I forgot about that one. Which was banned from all major streaming platforms when it came out last May. He subsequently announced he was done with anti-Semitism and issued a new version of the song, now renamed Hallelujah. How you go from one to the other, I don't understand. With references to Nazism changed to Christian lyrics. Previously in 2025, he had sold swastika t-shirts on the web before the site was taken down. There was some thought that Ye might address the issues in his SoFi Stadium appearances, but he stuck to the tenor of triumph. That's what 80,000 people sound like, ladies and gentlemen, he told the crowd at his second SoFi show on Friday. They said I'd never be back in the States. 2 sold-out concerts, baby. So he up there feeling himself. They said I couldn't do it, and I did it. Fuck you gonna do with me? You know? Because other venues had been shutting him out too. You know, he had been trying to get other dates lined up for a number of years. And he was doing like these, remember when he was doing like the listening sessions for like Don the Tour and stuff in different places, and that ended up not continuing as long as it could have. I remember at one point when that girl Yes Jules was working for him, they were setting up these makeshift performances at different venues and stuff like that, where they weren't doing any type of real logistic work. And she actually came out and criticized that they were undermining her suggestions and stuff like that. So this has been an ongoing thing about Kanye and his proclivities for putting together a live show in a rogue type of way, right? He also told the audience, "I want to thank y'all for sticking by me all these years, through the hard times, through the low times. I love you for that." The SoFi Stadium shows were his first substantial U.S. solo shows in 5 years. Ye's 3-night appearance at the Wireless Festival are being billed as his first UK appearance in 11 years. Some Jewish leaders in the UK immediately slammed the booking as deeply responsible, like the Jewish Leadership Council, which said in a statement to The Guardian, West has repeatedly used his platform to spread anti-Semitism and pro-Nazi messaging. Any venue or festival should reconsider before providing their platform to Kanye West to spread his anti-Semitism. Now, just imagine if the black community and the NAACP had that type of reinforcement and just completely had the power to shut niggas out when they do us wrong or speak down or speak ill of our own or play with our folks. Just imagine what that would look like. Pepsi has been prominent on the Wireless Festival branding as the headline partner, but the festival website also lists a number of other partners that may find themselves under similar pressure to stand with or against the Ye booking. So this has already been updated. PayPal, they said take our logo off, but we'll be there. Rockstar said take us down. Johnny Walker, that's a part of Diageo. Drip is still there. Beatbox is still there. Big Green Coach, we'll see. Ye's latest album, Bully, was announced as debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart when results were announced Sunday. Critics have noted the album is on the benign side for the artist as controversial lyrics go, without any of the disturbing content that made its way into recent projects like Vultures 1, his 2024 collaboration with Ty Dolla $ign, which debuted at number 1, or his unreleased but leaked 2025 Cuck project. I did not know about that one either. Good God. Which was to have included the withdrawn single. Okay? Now, Kanye's not the only one catching fire, because, again, he just had his show at SoFi, and it was, well, I wouldn't say it was put out. Chloe Bailey actually came out and showed footage of herself enjoying the show, and she is now catching fire under her feet for making that appearance, okay? Of course, she signed to Parkwood Entertainment, owned by Beyonce, and people are wondering why the fuck is Beyonce's artist at Kanye's show when Kanye just came out last year disrespecting Beyonce and Jay-Z's children. I think it's a fair question, but I also think people are taking this stuff a little far. Now, do people have to like that she did that? No. Do people have to support her that she did that? Absolutely not. But she's not related to Jay-Z or Beyonce. She don't got to ride for their kids. It would be nice if she did, but she's not obligated to do that. But she's facing some very massive public backlash. So here we have the video of Chloe Bailey, excuse me. This looks like this is this Snapchat? That gold star looked like a Snapchat, but here she is. She says, LMAO, y'all can see how much I love Ye. I was feeling this deep in my soul.
I need you right now.
No, we don't gotta listen to it. We see the piece here. Okay? So she's getting her life. She's having a time of all times. And this video just on Twitter alone has over 5.5 million views. Unfortunately, even when she releases good music, 5.5 million people don't tune in. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see how that goes. But people are tearing her a new one online, and they're trying to understand why she would go out and publicly support this man based on what he did, his actions towards the woman who basically changed her life. Now, be clear. The same ramifications exist for everybody. Public figures are also somewhat, I wouldn't say public officials or anything like that, but they're at the mercy of the public. So if they like something, they support you. If they don't and they cut you off, that's what happens. Let's be clear. A lot of people, they don't really support Chloe all that much anyway, so I don't think it's going to be very hard for people to not support her, right? But what I will say is if you're the same people bumping R. Kelly, trying to cancel Chloe for showing up to Kanye's concert is a bit hypocritical. I got to be honest. If you're one of those people out there that say, hey, Kanye and Brandy were a tandem and it was regular, even though she was 16 and he was 21, 22, I don't want to hear shit from you. Don't come around here virtue signaling over Kanye, and you can't even stand on business for the protection of young girls. Okay? We're not doing that. Now, if you can wholeheartedly support the condemnation of all three, come on down the Soul Train line. But if not, fuck out of here, shut your ass up, tell it to somebody who cares, okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. Again, me personally, I'm not rocking with Kanye. I'm not streaming that nigga's music. I'm not playing that nigga's album. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the songs that they be referencing that are even out there, I don't even know they exist. You know what I'm saying? I had I'll Be Back on my channel last year. I had no idea. But apparently he had even been doing like some writing behind the scenes with Ye and stuff like that. And he came on my platform and advocated for him. I disagreed with him. You know what I mean? Publicly. But I still respect Al B. You know what I mean? So I think these are nuanced conversations, but at least be willing to stand on business in all things, if that's what you're really about. Okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. Let me know if y'all think it looks like the Wireless Festival is possibly in jeopardy. Do y'all think that this is par for the course? Let me know what y'all think of the UK Prime Minister coming out and condemning the festival. Let me know what you think of people questioning whether or not he should even be allowed to enter the UK. And let me know what y'all think about this whole thing surrounding Chloe, because I don't think she's spoken out since uploading those videos. I don't think she's responded to the backlash. All right? I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, cause consultant for the stacks I build.